Focusrite Scarlett 2i4 second generation. What is good, guys and girls of YouTube? It is your boy Justin Omoe. I just came out the shower, you know what I mean. This is a Focusrite Claret 8 Pre USB. That rhymes. B. I don't know if you can see. There you go. That looks so much cooler. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's one of those super rares or whatever it is when it's like, you know, the letters are holographic but not the picture. So let's give you a good look at the box just in case you want to drool over how it looks. Look at that. On the back you see it has a whole bunch of cool letters, and I'm not really going to show you all that. And my serial is here, so fuck it. 18x20 USB audio interface. 18 meaning 18 inputs, 20 as in 20 outputs. And here is the food. The junk in the trunk. And before that, sorry, I mean the blue ball, y'all. But this right here is a mouse pad by the homies down at Inside Audio, insideaudio.net. I figured I might as well, you know, give them a couple shout outs. There was a couple videos I already did it. So yeah, shout out to them. This is a shortcut keys for FL Studio 20. If you want to, you know, get the goods on here. That way you could just look at your mouse pad and learn from there. It's not really much of a crutch when you learn from it. They should have done one for Grand Theft Auto 5. Anyway, it's a Claret 8 Pre USB. It comes with a couple of rubbers right there. Stay protected. That way it doesn't scrape up the bottom. And yeah, important information. And there's a piece of rectangle in here. So let me go ahead and see what that rectangle is. There we go. Great. Got disappointed. I was expecting something. Oh yeah, speaking of expecting something, I also expected candy to come with this, but it did not. Because, you know, I bought this from Sweetwater. Sweetwater.com. I'm not really sponsored by them, so just look at it. Just look at it. Now I got a third one. Here is a power cable. Here is a USB to USB Type-C. So that is what I'm going to have to use. And there is also one here, USB-C to Type-C, which I could buy an adapter and put it into my computer. And I'll be using that. But here is the cake. Right here. Oh my god. This thing feels like 15 pounds. Ooh. Alright. Sorry, box, but fuck off. Our favorite treat. Thank you. I'll eat that later. Hip thrust. I already got my pretty boy juices all over it. But here is the top. Not very amazing compared to, you know, this. But it's a rack mount device. It's meant to, you know, be racked up on a mount device. By the way, I'm sorry. I have committed a sin. I forgot to give you guys girls a sniff. So, oh fuck, I hurt my lip. I don't smell that thing. Maybe because of my stuffy nose, or it's just metal. But that's okay. It's not about how it smells, but instead how it tastes. So as we see here, here's the front interface. We have 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many mo? Amphenol, A-M-P-H-E-N-O-L. And guess what? The same thing could be seen down here. That's where I actually read it from, because up here it looks botched. Yeah, Amphenol. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's the combo jacks. It has the XLR port as well as the 1/4 jack. Look at the pin in there. It's kind of dirty. It's like, you can see suds. Compared to these beauties, look at that. It's shiny. Here is a 48 volt phantom power switch. And this will activate 1 through 4 or 5 through 8. There is 2 buttons here. But if I'm not mistaken, I hear people say that you can only activate one of them at a time. I think. Not that it matters, because most of the stuff I'll be using will be line. There's a instrument option LED right there, as well as an air LED. So here's instrument, and then these are all air as well. Could I pull this out? Okay, you can't pull this out, so yeah. These knobs look a little bit like, you know, the Mortal Kombat 2 arcade sticks? Kind of looks like those little pinhead ones, rather than the ball joysticks that we got nowadays on the fighting pads. Going along, we got a USB LED indicator, a MIDI LED indicator, as well as a lock indicator to say, hey, it's locked. And we have a decibel meter from 0 to -42 decibels. I'm guessing this is decibel full scale. We'll have to see and read about that. And by the way, this thing looks murky and dirty, and I think there's a film on it. If not, then oh shit. It better be a film thing because this thing looks scratched up. And I didn't do that. Last couple functions on the front. We have a monitor knob. I guess this is to monitor the input. I could be mistaken. Or actually, this is probably 1 and 2 in the back for the big speakers. Similar to this knob here on the Focusrite Scarlett. Except it's not big. And that's okay because who would want a big gigantic knob right here on this skinny interface? And we have 2 headphone ports. So that's awesome. But if it's on a rack, I guess on your desk close to you, that's cool. If not, then that's quite a reach. For once in your life, could you focus? Right? Alright, let's take it to the back side. Here is Judy's booty. We have, again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's the rest of the inputs from the back. XLR and 1.4 jacks, TRS, TS cables, whatever. And here's our outputs, which are all TRS. Number 1 and number 2 are for the monitor, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are different, options. To the Hidari of it, we have a word clock out. I honestly don't have anything to deal with it, so yeah, that's the only word clock I got. It's the optical in and out. Out here, in here. This is probably for, those fiber cables or whatever it's called, digital cables. We have our port for the USB 3.0. It's only 3.0. We have MIDI out and MIDI in, which is cool, although, it's convenient that they got MIDI on a audio interface, but for a rack, I guess you could put MIDIs for like synthesizers, and then you could have it all wired up and then just, use the synthesizer inside of your DAW instead of performing with your fingers. That'll do. That'll be cool, but yeah. Over here we have SPDIF. This is some, I don't know, signal process differentiation. I don't know. And then lastly, the power over here, AC, whatever, 100 to 240 volts. Yay! By the way, this is some protective film because I ran my nail and I am starting to pluck away at it. I'm not sure if I'll leave it on or take it off because I know a whole bunch of anti-static bullshit with the VU meter, but I don't know about this. We'll have to see about that. But finally, we are done talking about it. Let's go ahead and hook it up and see how it sounds and compare it to the Focusrite Scarlett 2i4 for those who are interested. Let's see how it looks. Oh, you heard that little bang. There it goes again. And there's another tick. Another tick. Another. What does it mean? Uh-oh, my computer's froze now. My computer's like, oh shit, there's 2 audio interfaces connected. What do I do? What do I do? It's like clicking and making sounds now. Oh, it turned off. Now the USB's on. Let me disable that. That enabled the claret again. Oh yeah, it's definitely restarting. I just might have to pull out the Scarlett. Let me do that. I don't hear shit. So Focusrite Control says there's no hardware connected. After lurking around, I finally figured it out. It was just because I had it plugged into the 3.1 port. Remember I was talking to y'all about that. Apparently that's not good for this, so that sucks. So I plugged it into a regular USB 3.0 port on my computer, and alas, it works. And well, at least we got this controller stuff to show up. So this is cool. They have different presets. Oh shit, what the hell did I do? So you see it says standalone preamp, there's empty, there's analog and digital, my Windows, and you see we get signal. Hey, finally! Audio signal! And let me hear this. Hold on. Honestly, I haven't been using my Scarlett in a good hour or so, so I'm not even sure how it sounds compared. But yeah, let's go ahead and click here. Oh my lord, look at that. We even have ADAT, which I don't know, in SPDIF. And input 1 through 8. And then SPDIF 1, 2, 8. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright guys, I want to give you guys and girls a latency test and show y'all how this works out compared to the Scarlett. So yeah, there's a lot on the screen. Let me go ahead and explain everything. So right now I'm going to be testing with a MIDI device, aka I'm using a MIDI cable to go out of each of the interfaces and go into this device here, the Arturia Drum Brute that they had sent over to me. Thank you so much. And you know, if you got any products you want me to talk about still, you know, give you some, you know what I mean, that clout. If y'all hate me, then fuck y'all. I got your shit. Now I'm just playing. But yeah, it's going straight into this device. So if I hit zap, you can see here. So yeah, it's in here and I have this loop. Very professional. So what I'm going to do is basically set this to the lowest latency setting that it has. In this case it is 16 buffer. And I'm going to go ahead, that's 1 millisecond. I'm going to go ahead and record this, how it is with the Claret. I'm going to record another with the Claret, but with the air option enabled. And then I'll be recording one with the Scarlett. And we could see and compare the latencies between them. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit record. I'm going to just basically record now. So you can see the waveform coming through. There we go. So there's one. Let me go ahead and go into the Focusrite control, which I think they have a phone app for. I'm not sure. And I'm going to turn on this. And there's a click. I don't know if you heard it. There's a click in the device. That's pretty sick. So yeah, click means, hey, we're in. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention it, but I got the Type-C PCI chip installed into my computer. Here's a clip of how it looks. I'm not using that though. I'm using still the rectangle USB A type to USB C, which is a Focusrite. So maybe we could get into a video of that in another video if y'all interested. Let me know. Now let me go ahead and activate the air. It's on, and I'm gonna hit record. Okay, and good thing I didn't have to mute that, but I'll mute it now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the Scarlett, which is over there. And I have to plug it in and do all the do's and whatnot, so yeah. Okay, here I am in the Focusrite Scarlett here. You can see I changed it up. So if I hit play, you can't hear it, but it's in my headphones. I don't feel like taking the monitors out and plugging it in. That's a whole hassle. So I'm going to go ahead and hit record and you'll visually see it. So there we go. Here. No friend get left behind. Cool. So, might as well not even use that. I'm not looking at the quality, the sound right now. I'm just looking at the latency. If we go ahead and big this thing up. So these are all used with the USB, the rectangle shit. So let's see how different it is in terms of latency. So as you see, the Scarlett is basically almost identical. Hold on. You can see there's some timing. Let me go ahead and change the project's time base. Project. Put this to the second height. I'll put it full height. Bam. So let's go ahead and see how much of a difference there is. And for some reason, the Scarlett is pretty much faster than the Claret. Not sure what that's about. And everything was set right. Well, isn't that something interesting, huh? What could be the reason? I don't know. Honestly, that's interesting. I have no clue. But as you can see, the latency is still good with the Scarlett compared to the Claret. If not, then better for some reason. Maybe it just started earlier and had a head start for some reason. I don't know. Even the one with the air went faster than the regular one. And then this one's on par right here though, but it's barely off. I don't know, maybe somebody in the comments could help explain why the sample is, you know, faster with the Scarlett than it is with the Claret. Let me go ahead and see something else, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and take them all and put them into spectrum view and see if there's any blips in this shit. So let me inspect that and see. So I'm not seeing any like audio pops. You would see like a line that looks thin. But yeah, I'm not seeing any. And we would have heard clicks if we, spotted it, obviously. But it looks like there's no clicks, no pops, nothing like that. And that's phenomenal, especially when it was like, what, 1 MB per second, 1 millisecond here. And you see with the plugin 100 sample rate, 3 milliseconds. Holy shit. Okay, I guess we could jump into the quality side, which I'm pretty sure you guys and girls will see a massive difference on. Alright guys and girls, here we are in FL Studio again. This is the audio quality test, and yeah. So here I have a recorder that I'm using, the Zoom H4n. It is at 44.1, son of a bitch, at 24 bits. This is being recorded through the Scarlett's headphone port, and you can hear me nice and clear. I'll be switching over to the Claret, and you'll see a indicator around here. I'll have like an image, and yeah. So here's 3 different examples, and they each have 3 different things, all right? So first of all, this is the thing we did with the drum brute just now, Claret with the air, Claret without it, and then the Scarlett. Down here, we got the homie Conscious Soul. This is a homie that hit me up for mixing and mastering. He has a nice lyric vibe. It's just, I want you to hear me for the lyrics. And then under him, we got the homie KP. Thank you again for sending songs to mixing and mastering. Don't mean to plug myself in, but JustinOmoe.com. Hit me up while the sale's still on. But the homie KP, he came from my friend's feature, and then he, came to liking the style I did. So I mixed and mastered his song as well. His song is different from Conscious's song because it's more like left and right and middle, and it's like a, different vibe. Links will be in the description for their, stuff. You can obviously tell there's a difference with the air as opposed to the regular Claret. And the Claret and Scarlett, with the Scarlett that I'm hearing, it sounds similar, but there is a difference. I hear a difference when it comes to the Scarlett and then the Claret. With this one, I hear more of that impact on the instead of with the Scarlett. I didn't really notice that, but you hear me like mentioning it now. It sounds like a click click. Yeah. For the homie Conscious's song, This Life, I've exported the Scarlett with the Fusion using the Focusrite Scarlett. For the Claret, I used the Claret and exported with the Claret. And there's one that says no Fusion. I believe I did this with the Scarlett or the Claret. We'll probably figure it out, maybe. I mean, this was like in the box. We didn't have to use the Focusrite. I mean, the Solid State Logic Fusion. So let me go ahead and hit play, and I'll basically scan through, and you can see the title here to see what is what.
Babylon is blazing, and I'm a chronic marijuana patient. Staying blended just in case I face annihilation. Trials and tribulation, high off the medication. I often meditate and focus on my elevation. I got to educate myself to be an inspiration, but I can't teach nobody else if I ain't demonstrating. So I practice what I'm preaching to the congregation. This is a dedication to all of those who felt the devastation. Babylon is blazing, and I'm a chronic marijuana patient. Staying blended just in case I face annihilation. Trials and tribulation, high off the medication. I often meditate and focus on my elevation. I got to educate myself to be an inspiration, but I can't teach nobody else if I ain't demonstrating. So I practice what I'm preaching to the congregation. This is a dedication to all of those who felt the devastation. Babylon is blazing, and I'm a chronic marijuana patient. Staying blended just...
Alright, so let me know what you guys and girls think about that. You could hear an obvious difference without the Fusion. That's not even a fair test. But with the Scarlett opposed to the Claret, there's a difference in there as well. I'll go ahead and hit play again.
Face annihilation, trials and tribulation, high off the medication. I often meditate and focus.
You can hear it more in the clear, higher range, which I like. And let's see the homie KP's song. Now with KP's song, I believe I exported all of them with the Claret, even the Scarlet Fusion mastered track.
Life isn't fair. I was at a disadvantage from the start. Pain in my membrane, tears flood my eyes and drop like rain. Going insane again, no cage for my rage, can't contain. Do you hate it here like the man in my mirror? Same, open your mind and reach into your brain. No crane to be American, I'm ashamed to earth, wish I never came. What if life isn't fair. I was at a disadvantage from the start. Pain in my membrane, tears flood my eyes and drop like rain. Going insane again, no cage for my rage, can't contain. Do you hate it here like the man in my mirror? Same, open your mind and reach into your brain. No crane to be American, I'm ashamed to earth, wish I never came.
Let's hear this ending piece again, and I'll just skim through.
American, I'm ashamed to earth, wish I never came. What American, I'm ashamed to earth, wish I never came.
Yeah, you could tell a difference, especially with the layer with the deep voice, where he says, "Ashamed to earth, wish I never came." You can hear a different taste. And again, this is all based on what you're using to hear. So, you know, it all sounds different for all of us.
To be American, I'm ashamed to earth. To be American, I'm ashamed to earth. To be American.
You could hear it really good with the claret. You can hear the sides. It has a thick feeling.
To be American.
Like, boom. You can hear that? Boom.
To be American. To be American.
With this one, it feels, it's not like as open or as, you know, wide feeling. Capture-ish.
To be American.
It's like it passes through you.
To be American.
But this one, it tickles you. It shows itself that's like here. It's like where the Scarlet's like that. So yeah, let me know what you guys and girls think about the claret sound compared to the Scarlet sound for both recording, and playback. Because it sounds really, really good to me, dog. Like, I see the difference, and now I can't go back. So yeah, let me know what you guys and girls think about this Focusrite claret. And yeah, it's your boy Justin Omoe. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you like it. Hit a thumbs up. And with that being said, peace. I'm out.